What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Display TV. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. We got a fresh game of trivia coming up. If you're excited for that, let me get some brain emojis in the chat, please. I want to see who's excited to use their noggins to win some money today. We're giving away $500 if you can answer 10 questions correctly. And I saw some questions about this in the chat, so let me answer them. Essentially, I will go through all of the rules with you if you stay with me here. I'll let you know how to play, but there's going to be 10 questions. This game is open to every single person here on the app. And if you get all of the questions correct, that's right, you have to get all of them correct, then you will win a piece of that $500 prize. So now, let me ask you, have you played trivia? Is this something that you've done before, or are you joining us for the first time? Have you ever played trivia with us here on display? And you know what? I also need to know, do we have any winners in our midst? Have you played trivia yet? Yes, I play every day. No, but I've been wanting to. What's trivia? So what is this trivia that you speak of, ma'am? Which is it? Let's see. Oh, yes, I play every day. We've got some loyal displays here. Some people who are really excited to get that money. I love it. I love the enthusiasm. No, but I've been wanting to. So we have a lot of newbies. We got 13% of you have never been in. Ooh, the competition is fierce, friends. We have new people joining us for trivia now. That's so exciting. Well, I'm glad we have people who have been coming back. That means we're doing something right? Or at least dangling that money in front of you seems to be working, right? When in doubt, just pay someone and they'll show up for sure. Okay, well, that's so awesome. Again, that's going to kick off in 20 minutes, and I really want to encourage all of you to be inviting your friends and family to join us. Don't keep all the money for yourself. Make it a group activity. I love getting my friends and my family involved in like family game nights and that sort of thing. I love texting my Wordle scores. I love, you know, if I weren't hosting the trivia, I'd be like, let's all tune in and like, let's have a little competition. My family is very, very competitive. All right, everybody, let's see. I want to give away, for you all tuning in early, I want to give away a trivia answer. So this is what we're going to do. It's question 8 from today's game. It's just a practice. It's just a rehearsal. I'm going to give you the question. You're gonna answer it to the best of your ability. It's okay if you get it wrong. It doesn't matter. Like I said, this is a practice. And then I'm going to reveal the answer so that you have it for today's game. All right, let's do it. Question 8. Here we go. For no points, no money, but just so you have the answer for later. Tell me, the first movie to receive a PG-13 rating by the MPA starred which of the following actors? Is it Harrison Ford? Is it Patrick Swayze? Or is it Gene Hackman? Which was the first movie to receive... Well, you got... Okay, so this is two-part. Clearly, I'm struggling with the fact that it's two-part. So you have to know what the first movie was that received a PG-13 rating, and then you have to know who was in that movie. So, you look at those answers, and you tell me who it was. Bonus points if you can type in what the movie was after. Maybe I won't reveal that. Okay, we're pretty split right now. We've got an even split between Harrison Ford and Patrick Swayze. And I'm going to tell you that the answer, my friends, is Patrick Swayze. It's Patrick Swayze. 46% of you got it. Again, this is just a practice question for today's game, but now you know the answer for question 8. It is indeed Patrick Swayze. Let's see. Can any of you tell me what that movie is in the chat? Type it in. This isn't, again, I can't give you extra money for this, but I'm curious if anybody can tell me what that movie is, the first movie that received that PG-13 rating. No, Chico99FB. But it looks like AM Steele nailed it. The movie was indeed Red Dawn. Well, let's keep it going in about 15 minutes from now with trivia. Friends, I will see you back here in 15. We're giving away $500. See you there. Hey, everyone. Guess what time it is? I can't hear you. Seriously, I hope that you are yelling at your phone screens right now because yes, it's time. It's time. It's display trivia time. It's probably only the second most fun thing that you can do without wearing pants. The first, of course, is to take a Zoom meeting. Now, of course, if you're playing somewhere public, Display TV does encourage the wearing of pants at all times, so please, address yourselves. Friends, I am your host, Sarah Pribis, and we are coming to you live from New York City. Do any other shows broadcast from here, or are we the first? Yeah, no, I can't think of any. So, yeah, it is so cool to be the first person to come up with something. And I will be over here feeding my Tamagotchi until that is no longer true. Look, trends come and trends go, but the ability to do well in trivia, well, that is forever. So let's tell you about the rules, okay? Maybe you know them, maybe you're new, and I'm gonna fill you in. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When a new question appears on your screen, choose carefully because once you tap, there is no going back. If you get a question wrong, just keep playing, of course. It's fun, it's a game. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically. Your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you're actively posting and have your profile completed. All right, we're almost ready to start. But before we do, why not do a little quick warm-up? For no money, tell me, would you rather set a trend, set the record straight, set the stage? Well, I'm gonna set the scene for you right now. We are about to go head-to-head in a crazy game of trivia where someone is gonna go home with money, probably more than one person, yeah? Well, it looks like 46% of you want to set the record straight. You want to tell everybody that you've got a trivia win, so let's do it. No more time to waste. It's time for display trivia. Question 1. Which city is considered the birthplace of jazz? New Orleans, space, 11th century Europe. Which city is considered the birthplace of jazz? New Orleans, space, 11th century Europe. The birthplace. Wow. Okay. All right. So that would imply that jazz was born, which means if it has a birthplace, it technically also has a birth time. And you know, if we text Jazz's mom and figure that out, then we can definitely get a full reading of Jazz's astrological chart. So let's do that. Oh, she says she can't find its birth certificate. Okay, well, you know what, Jazz? You are giving me Leo energy, so yeah. Jazz came to be as we know it in the Big Easy, New Orleans, total Leo energy. And 94% of you are finding your own rhythm in this game. Question 2. If someone says a song slaps, what do they think about it? They hate it, they love it, it makes them dizzy. If someone says a song slaps, what do they think about it? They hate it, they love it, it makes them dizzy. Wow, right? The more you know. This question really is a reminder that there are so many ways to express your feelings. But in order to express what you're feeling, you actually have to know what feeling you're feeling, right? Which is why I like to keep this handy-dandy feelings chart on me at all times. Yeah, so what? It's just, you know, a complete list of emojis. Leave me alone. It helps me identify my feelings. But that being said, I am feeling very crystal ball, tropical fish, city skyline at sunset right now. Yeah, thank you for asking. If a song slaps, it means it's a banger, which means it's a bop, which means, yeah, we love it. Ooh, and I love that 93% of you just got that. Question 3. All of the following are classic Disney characters except Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny. All of the following are classic Disney characters except Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny. The best cartoon characters are always animals. Have you noticed this? Now, what gets weird to me is that cartoon animals will often keep other animals as pets, right? Like SpongeBob is a sponge, but he keeps a pet snail. Also, and here's where things get really, really twisted. Goofy is a dog in the Disney universe, and he talks and wears clothes. But we make Pluto walk on all fours and wear a leash? Like, does PETA know about this? Unclear. But 82% of you knew that Bugs Bunny is a Looney Tunes character, not Disney. Question 4. What is true about the person who currently hosts The Late Show? He is a mega fan of Lord of the Rings. He was born in New York. He has a Tony Award. What is true about the person who currently hosts The Late Show? He is a mega fan of Lord of the Rings. He was born in New York. He has a Tony Award. Is it just me, or is The Late Show just a really lazy name for a show? Okay, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, most late night shows have really lazy names. Like there's The Late Show, there's The Tonight Show, there's The Late Late Show, Late Night. Guys, if you're too tired to even come up with a good name for a show, like maybe it's just on like a little too late. Chop chop, okay? Let's go. This host is Stephen Colbert, and he is such a mega fan of Lord of the Rings that he is actually an extra with his family in the background of some of the scenes in The Hobbit. Nerd alert, right? But nerd alert for 80% of you because you got that. And of course, I mean that as a compliment. I mean, you're closer to a win. Question 5. The artist behind which track is working on his featured directorial debut for Netflix? Pursuit of Happiness, Hotline Bling, Humble. The artist behind which track is working on his featured directorial debut for Netflix? Pursuit of Happiness, Hotline Bling, Humble. I don't know from experience, but I imagine being a director would be a pretty tough job. You know, I'm barely good at being in charge of myself, let alone an entire movie. Adulting is hard. I mean, they don't tell you as a kid that you have to like work to pay your bills and do your laundry so you don't smell, you know? Speaking of which, the artist making his debut is Kid Cudi. I'm kidding, I'm sure he smells great. And his track, Pursuit of Happiness, seems like it'd make a great alarm ringtone if I ever learn how to set one of those. 82% of you are pursuing something, and I think it might be a win. Question 6. This acid is one of the main components of gastric juice in humans. Sulfuric, hydrochloric, citric. This acid is one of the main components of gastric juice in humans. Sulfuric, hydrochloric, citric. You know, I hadn't heard of it yet, but gastric juice must be one of those new trends that also the celebrities are doing. I swear, in New York and LA, people don't even eat solid food anymore. Darn coastal elites find ways to suck the fun out of everything. By the way, you should juice your fun, you know? You get all the nutrients and none of the sugar. Hydrochloric acid mixed with enzymes in the stomach to form gastric juice, which I really should not have gotten from that bodega this morning. Next time I'll just stick to my protein bar. 91% of you got it. Question 7. The artist P.A. Mondrian is known for using all of the following in his most iconic works except primary colors, right angles, human faces. The artist P.A. Mondrian is known for using all of the following in his most iconic works except primary colors, right angles, human faces. The most important thing to remember when critiquing art is this. The less impressive it looks, the more you should make a fuss over it. You know, just some splatters that would suggest that the artist dropped a bucket of paint from a great height. Ha! Now that is art. The more you try to be cool, the less you are cool. You know, just like parents on social media. Hi, Mom. I love you. Even if you don't know his name, you probably know P.A. Mondrian from his paintings of black and white grids with primary colors scattered throughout. Points off for creativity, P.A., okay? But points to 85% of you who got that. Let's move on to question 8. The first movie to receive a PG-13 rating by the MPA starred which of the following actors? Harrison Ford, Patrick Swayze, Gene Hackman. The first movie to receive a PG-13 rating by the MPA starred which of the following actors? Harrison Ford, Patrick Swayze, Gene Hackman. Steven Spielberg's actually the person who pushed for this new rating because of his movies like Indiana Jones and The Temple of Doom and The Goonies. You know, they were movies for a young audience, but they had some excessive violence or crude language. And I don't know about you guys, but like even that is sometimes too much for me. Like the last movie that I saw in the theaters was a documentary about pillows, you know, light, fluffy, loved it, highly recommend, 10 out of 10. So the first movie to be rated PG-13 was Red Dawn, starring Patrick Swayze among others. 89% of you got that. You are getting an excellent rating. Let's move on to question 9. A fighter in which period of world history would use a weapon known as a katana? Feudal Japan, medieval Europe, colonial Central America. A fighter in which period of world history would use a weapon known as a katana? Feudal Japan, medieval Europe, colonial Central America. Look, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I know that across history, the most dangerous weapon has always been words. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but words do hurt. You only have to spend 5 minutes in a comment section on YouTube to see that. Plus, you know, like, how do you think Genghis Khan conquered a whole new continent of people? He told some really nasty yo mama jokes. A katana is a sword used by samurai in shogunate Japan. 90% of you are cutting out your work for yourselves as we head into the final question. Question 10. Behaviorist B.F. Skinner's three-term contingency includes all of the following steps except stimulus, reinforcer, irritant. Behaviorist B.F. Skinner's three-term contingency includes all of the following steps except stimulus, reinforcer, irritant. I mean, if a three-term contingency is anything like the terms and conditions, then no, I have not read it. And no, I probably never will, okay? But do I agree to them? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 100, 1000% yes. I mean, at this point, they're probably sneaking things in the fine print just to mess with us, right? Mozilla Firefox has a right to all the data I produce while on this flat earth. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just go get me the free cookies that you've been promising. The three-term contingency isn't internet legal jargon, and it isn't pregnancy related, which, you know, honestly was my other guess. It is what B.F. Skinner theorized were the three components of every human or animal behavior. There is stimulus, response, and then either reinforcer or punisher. How'd we do? Did you get irritated by that last question? 85% of you got it. Is that enough for a win? Definitely let me know in the chat. Shout out your scores. You came, you played, you displayed your knowledge, and you are going to get paid if you got that win, friends. Ooh, lots of winners today. Oh my goodness. 476 winners, splitting that pot of $500, a little over $1. Oof, in New York, that could buy you a delicious slice of pizza. Shout yourselves out. King Damien, well done. Welcome back. 7 out of 10. That is not a bad first score back. You should be very proud of yourself. Ravi Footwear 1. Most Arrow got a 6. Sun June D got a 4 out of 10. And you know what? I love the laughing face emoji. You should laugh it off. These questions are hard, right? We're not expected to know all these. Julie got 8. Camille got a 5 out of 10. Oh no, Study got a 10. Tony 24, Mark got a 10 out of 10. So Aquatic. Oh my gosh, you got a 9 out of 10? Amazing job. Cowpode got a 10. Prashant got a 10. Ashnor got a 10. Lots of winners. Sophia got a 6. Okay, friends, so here's how it works. Tomorrow, if you need extra help, we do a pre-show. 30 minutes before trivia, if you tune in, I give away one of the answers. And hint, hint, it's the answer to question 8, which can be a little tricky. So make sure you tune into Display TV if you want that, if you want to hang with me, if you want to get warmed up. And I'll see you then on Display.